All right, let's not get myself in too much trouble with copyrights. So we're gonna put a stop to that music. I just had to play the one song. I assume you guys are gonna be able to forgive me for that one, especially because I think it was kind of funny. But welcome back. I hope we're all excited. We have returned, and yeah, it's been a busy week. Um, Obviously went to Twitchcon. It's not obvious from the stream title. Little guy sitting on my shoulder. The new shirt. We got the duck, and I have a whole pile of other stuff that we can go through and talk about and just kind of share some stories. I do have the vlog coming. I still have like the last 2 days worth of stuff to get off the GoPro, but we took the GoPro, we lit that bad boy up the first 2 days, and then, well, technically it would have been the first 3 days if we count traveling. So the first 3 days, I was very on top of filming. The last day of TwitchCon, I was hanging out with a friend who didn't want to be on camera. So in the interest of respecting her boundaries, camera was pretty much non-existent. I do have a couple pictures and stuff that I can show and I can talk about it. But regardless, the vlog of TwitchCon is coming. I just need to actually get it edited and put everything together and be ready to post it. I originally was thinking about working on editing while I was there and just ended up kind of dropping the ball and just not working on it. So, oh well. I was busy, to be fair. Most of my evenings, I just spent stalking all of the people that I have cards and stickers and everything for next to me. Right here. Like, we can just grab one. I won't even look. We'll just... Xavier Ray, another indie streamer. Got to meet them. Got their card. Got them added. Obviously, had to stalk all the social medias of everyone. This is probably one of the most entertaining ones I got. Big $100 bill. But yeah, no, I got a ton of different stuff. Got to meet a ton of different people. We got new shaker cup from G-Subs. It's the San Diego one. I'm turning this the wrong way, but yeah, San Diego 2024. Got the limited edition. Actually, funny story about how I got that cup, and we'll get there. We're gonna try and go in chronological order. I got the other cup that they had as well, but all right. Oh, you know what I need to go get? Give me one quick second. I need to run upstairs. I forgot one thing I wanted to have. We're gonna quickly BRB. Like I said, I just need to run upstairs and grab one thing. Okay, I'll be right back. Be patient. What is my stream without me forgetting something? To be fair, I'm a lot more prepared than I often am. I totally forgot I have that turned on. Hang on. Disable that bad boy. Okay. I forgot from the charity stream I was showing clips and YouTube videos. Okay, now I'll be right back. All right, we got it. We're golden. All of the things are here. If only I was faster at pressing buttons. Your boy doesn't have enough arms. That is not the right button either. I'm failing at this. Gosh, this is probably a great first impression to streams as new people are tuning in. People who haven't been here before are, opening up my stream for the first time, and this is the energy that they're getting. Either way, okay. As I was saying, with TwitchCon and stories to tell, Many of you will recognize this shirt that I'm going to hold up here eventually. Mostly because I've shown it on stream before, but this time it looks a little bit different. But flying out to TwitchCon, we'll start there. Sound fair? Or should we start a week before TwitchCon, actually? So, to those who don't know, I did a charity stream on September 7th. That was the last stream I did before I went to TwitchCon. That was 2 weeks beforehand. And the next... Cuba, did you want to go out? Yeah? What, do you want to say hi? Yeah, come here. Little butt over here. Blah. Blah. Howdy. What's up? All right, well. Cats will be cats. Did you want to go? All right. Now maybe I can get into the story. So 1 week before TwitchCon, my little guy stays here. 1 week before TwitchCon, I got a haircut. I'm sure you guys can tell, obviously. We did not shave it. The hair stays, the Rapunzel arc continues, but I did have a coupon for a free haircut, so I was like, I'm just gonna use this before I go to TwitchCon. That way we can clean up some of the split ends, just make it look a little bit nicer. And just be ready. Did all that, and then the week of TwitchCon, Thursday I flew out. My flight left right around noon Eastern time, so for the most part I just kind of woke up in the morning, made sure everything was packed, jumped on that flight, flew out there. It was fun. Like, I had first class seats, which I didn't intentionally get, but you know, I wasn't going to turn them down when they said, hey, these are first class. So your boy flew in luxury. We had meals provided, we had drinks provided, internet not provided, but free entertainment on the flights, so good enough. Plus, I have a habit of taking just absolutely gut-wrenching manga onto flights and reading it while I'm, you know, sitting there in a giant steel tube in the sky, joking back tears while, like, some random person sitting next to me silently judging me for reading manga on a flight. I don't know why, but I've been doing that a lot whenever I fly. That's always that's a good questionable life choice I've been making lately, but you know, we stick with it. And then I landed in San Diego right around like 4 o'clock. I had to navigate public transport in a city I've never been in alone for the first time in my life. Obviously, I had my phone with me, so I would just, you know, looked up like the hotel that I was going to, the Omni, and I was like, okay, cool. Allow me to just go ahead and put in the little public transit option, whatever. And it's like, oh, it's going to cost like $2 or something. And I was like, oh, and I'm like, I'm totally okay with paying that much because it is significantly cheaper than like the $27, $30 Uber for a not even 3 mile trip. So I was like, okay. Turns out, accidentally got on the wrong bus. But the bus went to basically the same place I was trying to get to. Because I was trying to catch one of the trams that go through San Diego. Accidentally got on the wrong bus. It overshot the station I was supposed to be going to, but then it stopped at like the next, or maybe not the next one, but like 2 down the line, going the opposite direction I needed to. But it was a flat rate, you know, you just, you know, pay like the $2 or whatever it was, and then you can, you know, ride the train as far as you want. As long as, you know, within a certain time frame. And I was like, that's awesome. Cool. I'll do that. You want to go now? So I make it all the way to my hotel, which was across the street from the convention center. Every single time I like turn around, this shifts just slightly. But yeah, I was in the Omni across the street from the convention center. I had told other people before, so me saying that doesn't really matter, especially because I'm not there now. This is not the Omni. But I was staying in the Omni. I managed to get there, got myself checked in. I was up on like the 19th floor. I was like way the fuck up. And I was not arguing. I had a view of like the convention center and then the bay and then like land and then ocean. It was great. I loved it. But I was like, okay, obviously everyone knows like the joke about airline food. Like I don't think it was like that bad of a meal, but also it was the only thing I had eaten that day. So I was like, I need something else to eat. So I was trying to look around at like what was available, and I was lazy. I didn't feel like walking anywhere, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. We're just gonna go ahead, use the dinner in the hotel, like the restaurant that was connected. Just went down there, had some food. At that point, it was only like I want to say like 8-9 o'clock at night, but with the time change, it was actually like midnight for me, so I passed out pretty early. No, that's a lie. I did go and get my badge before I ate. We're completely out of order.
Lipstick tastes like Candyland. Sticky sweet, gummy pears.
Had to let the other cat out. But so got to the hotel, got checked in, went and did badge pickup, ran into the first couple people that I met. I'm not going to be able to dig through this pile of cards and stickers and everything and find each individual person in order that I met them. But the first card I got, I know for a fact who it was. It was Apothic Decay, who I had known about, and I'll be honest, when I went to follow them, I realized I had 10 whole channel points in their channel, which means I've been rated into there at least once. I don't see it. I know it's in this pot. Oh, wait, no, I found it. I found it. And the cat wants to come back in now. Yes. Apothic DK was the first little card I got. And I thought I was being creative with making these cards. I remember showing it off before I went to TwitchCon, like my own card. And I was like, yo, this is kind of cool. I wonder how many other people are going to come up with this idea. Turns out, most people. I was not in the minority. I was the majority. Which is not a bad problem to have, to be honest. But kind of caught me off guard that, you know, me trying to be creative and come up with like an interesting idea and like something fun to do was exactly what everyone else was doing. Like I said, I'm counting it as a win because it meant I didn't look out of place. Which was I wasn't really like scared of like, oh my gosh, everyone's gonna think I'm weird. Because like, let's be real, it's TwitchCon. We're all weird. We're just different kinds of weird and, you know, whatever. But there was like a part of me that was like, I don't want people thinking I, you know, completely overplanned this whole thing. So it happened to work out that the cards were a brilliant idea. And then, like I said, I, you know, picked up the badge, got all that situated, went to dinner and just ate at the hotel. The jet lag was real. I was asleep by like 9:30, 10 o'clock that night. Woke back up the next morning at like 5 in the morning, which would have been like 8 a.m. like where I currently live. So I was like, you know what? This works because when I fly back home, the very next morning I have to be somewhere at 8:30. So if I'm just consistently getting myself up between like 5:30 and 6 in the morning, it will significantly help with the jet lag. So that's what I did like the rest of the weekend, but we'll carry on. Day one of the convention. I was like, cool, I have no real plans or goals. My big plan and goal was to make it to TwitchCon, and that happened. So like, I like scrolled through the TwitchCon app. I was looking at like different things that you could do, and I was like, okay, cool. Let's figure out what I want to do though. So I was looking at like the different like sessions, the different like panels, stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? For day one, it's going to be primarily my corporate day. That's when we're going to walk the expo floor. We're going to meet all the booths. We're going to say hello to all the booths. There was an indie game community meetup that was happening, and I was like, I absolutely want to make sure I get there. And the meetup was happening like pretty much on the expo floor over where they had the 2 community meetup spots, kind of right over by the front entrance. So I was like, excellent. Let's just stick to this floor for, at least the majority of the day. Walked around. There was a bunch of like booths that like I was expecting. Logitech was there. Elgato was there. I used their mic. I have the Stream Deck. I got the Logitech, 502 mouse. I got the G29 wheel and pedal. The Logitech Streamlabs little table that this bad boy is from, the little buddy that is magnetically stuck to me, was also in that same booth. But they had a driving simulator set up with like their new, wheel and, pedals and everything for like they're more like top of the line level compared to like the starter, like basic, whatever. And I was like, well, I want to try it. I want to play around. So like, I'm not one to have like a huge like level of confidence or ego when I go to do anything, especially like if I haven't done it before. So I was like a little concerned of like me doing horrendously. So I was trying to like downplay it, being like, oh yeah, like I have like a wheel and pedal at home, but it just clamps to my desk. I don't really race against like other people. It's mostly just like the AI, and I play like the racing games and I enjoy them, but like I'm not super competitive about it. I get into the wheel or into the rig. I was sat down, I got my legs up, hands on the wheel. I'm sitting there and I'm like, I know this track. I've raced thousands of laps around this track. And I've done time trials and just pounded in laps around this track for hours on end before. So I know the track fairly well. I've driven, or the car that I was driving was the Porsche 992 Cup car, which is like the racing Porsche. Not like the Le Mans style, just like in the 911 you see on the road, but the race car version. That is what I was driving. And I was like, I haven't really driven this car much. I've done a little bit in it, but not a whole lot. I don't know. Let's just not worry about it too much. So I was like, I'm just going to go. So the way it worked is you got 2 laps around the track. So like the first lap was when they did the actual swap. So your time wasn't going to be good just because it takes, a minute or 2 for everyone to kind of get out of the seats, new person to get in, all that. So like the first, lap I did, obviously it was like the warm up lap. I was just kind of, trotting around, putting around, doing whatever. And I was like, this is going to be fine. And as the lap went on, because I knew the track, I was able to kind of push just a little bit more and push just a little bit more and push just a little bit more. So by the time I went to actually start a lap, I had like a half decent level of confidence in what I was doing to just go and throw the car through the track blindly, which is not how you're supposed to do, qualifying sessions and races and everything. But, we only had one chance. There was one opportunity to seize everything I ever wanted, one moment. And I captured it. I banged in a lap time, which it wasn't like the best lap time, but it ended up being the fastest lap of the entire day for day 1. It only got beaten on day 2 by someone who actually ended up following me and is in my Discord server now. So we became good friends because we kept going back to the booth to keep like trying to put in like better and better lap times. So it was kind of funny. But yeah, and we were both pounding in like laps throughout the entire weekend. I think I had like 6 attempts at a fast lap, and I was pretty neck and neck up until towards the end. But either way, I walked around to the other booths, met with Elgato, and got to see like the new features that are coming to Stream Deck, which is actually one of the features is actually pretty cool. It has the ability to auto assign audio channels. So how like when I open like games and I'll go to play them and then everyone's like, hey, where's the game audio, idiot? And I'm like, you're right, I didn't change that in my settings. Turns out they're coming up with like essentially like hotkeys that are able to auto assign stuff to different audio channels. So I can have a button just on my Stream Deck so that whatever the window that's tabbed in, like say for example, a game I'm opening for the first time, I just hit the button and it automatically assigns it as the game audio channel. And then you guys are able to hear it. Isn't that neat? I thought that was going to be an absolute game changer because I am notoriously bad at remembering to change audio channels. Like I don't have a game open right now, but I can just kind of slap this on the screen and show you what I mean. So like when you open like the volume mixer, like Amazon Music goes to aux 1. Discord, this one is default, which is just the pings. Oh no, Discord just lost itself again. Whatever. Google Chrome goes to browser. Microsoft Edge goes to music because that's what plays the music you guys are listening to right now. Also, the follow goal is flipped. I noticed it did that. I'm so... Why is the follow goal even on? Get that out of here. Whatever. Scuff streams, nothing new. We all know exactly how I do. But yeah. So like the Microsoft Edge is what I use to play the stream sounds. So this is Epidemic. Should remember to set that on. But either way, so that's what that is. But like all of these different things go to like different channels. Anything that says default, you are not going to be able to hear. Because default goes straight to my headphones. Which is why when I open games for the first time and start playing them, I can hear it, but I forget to change the audio track so that you can hear it. I have to remember to change it. Also, why is it showing my input device as the webcam? How bizarre. That shouldn't change anything for you guys. Because Wavelink is running. And Wavelink is showing my audio. Either way. But yeah, to those who haven't seen like the way Wavelink works, it's a genius little system. It's essentially like an audio board on your computer. So you can see I got the music playing right now. I got the different audio volumes, the game volume, voice chat. So this would be Discord, which I don't know why. I think maybe it's because Discord I had an update, whatever. Browser is Chrome. System is for like alerts, redemptions, redeems, all that kind of stuff. Aux 1 is if I play Amazon Music. It goes through there. But this neat little thing works great only until you forget to change an audio track. But apparently the new Stream Deck update is going to be able to have buttons to do that for me. So shout out Elgato for that. So I'm trying to think like what other booths I can talk about right now. I mean, obviously, like there was a bunch of stuff. Like HyperX or Hyperwave had a booth that a lot of people were using for photos. Talked to them, talked to Capcom, which also had a little Rockstar section within their booth. Chevron was showing off a technically not indie game, but basically an indie game that was for racing, which we can get to that a little later. Mostly because I don't think Jal is here yet, and Jal has been dying to know what's in the box. So we're not going to ruin that surprise quite yet. Yeah, no, I literally was just going up to every single booth, every single person that looked like they were wearing like a work uniform. Just started introducing myself, saying hello, you know, talking about the type of content I make, asking them, you know, how, like, about their products, their software, their equipment, their energy drinks, their energy chews, their whatever. I was just kind of chatting with every different person, getting to know more about their company, their product line, their services, and kind of just introducing myself. One of the booths I was actually really excited that was there, because I didn't know they were going to be there, was Black Magic Design. So I'm going to intentionally hold the card this way so that I don't start handing out random emails and everything. But Blackmagic Design is the company behind DaVinci Resolve. And DaVinci Resolve is what I use for all my video editing. It has shown up on stream before. I was thinking about doing an editing stream for the TwitchCon vlog. But I don't have that video put together that well or that far yet. So I wasn't gonna try and force myself to do it. The other thing is, all of the GoPro footage and everything is on my laptop, which isn't the PC to be able to stream with, and I don't have like capture cards and stuff. But I was really impressed that Blackmagic was at TwitchCon, and I was like, that's wild. So I went up to their booth, I chatted with them for a little bit. I was talking to them about a idea for a new feature that I was kind of interested in, because DaVinci, you can export straight to YouTube, or you can, export straight to a social media. The problem is when you export it straight to a social media, it doesn't save a copy to your computer. And if it did that, like if it had the ability to do both at the same time, I would absolutely do it, because I want to be able to have a file saved on a hard drive of all of my videos. That way, if something happens and I can't get to the internet, YouTube suddenly disappears overnight, I still have the videos, like the finished ones that I uploaded. That way I don't have to worry about trying to re-render, trying to re-edit, trying to remake anything. So talk to them about that. I got hard for the one person I was talking to so that I could email him and remind him, because obviously with conventions you talk to hundreds if not thousands of people over the course of the day. So wanted to make sure, or he wanted to make sure that he could get or remember like what that idea was, as well as just being able to have a direct line of contact with me. So I made sure I emailed him. I made sure I emailed pretty much everyone, or followed them, or both, and whatnot. That said, going through the entire expo floor felt very overwhelming until I got to the indie game community meetup, because suddenly my go-to description of like the type of content I create and stream fell apart. So for the most part, people are always like, oh, like what do you stream? What type of, what type of streamer are you? And for the most part, I always said, I primarily do indie games, but with streaming, I have a little more freedom to kind of do whatever. So my YouTube channel, I'll make reviews for and show off new indie games. The streams, there's a little more freedom, so I'll do stuff like crowd control Skyrim, or just crowd control, just chatting streams and just kind of catching up. Pretty much a little bit of everything. It's a good variety streamer, plethora of options for what I'm going to be up to on stream. And then I get to the indie game community meetup, and suddenly my description of indie games doesn't count anymore. Obviously, all of us do indie games. That's why we're there. So then I had to rethink and recalibrate. How do I describe the types of indie games? Because I'll play pretty much most indie games for the sake of, getting videos together and stuff, I'm not known for being good at horror survival games, but I'll still play them to make, YouTube videos and being able to review games. I tend to give the disclaimer in videos that I turn difficulty down to, lower settings just to be able to get through the game, but oh well. Like 2D platformers. There's a lot of 2D platformers, but I don't exclusively play 2D platformers. I don't exclusively play story games. I don't exclusively play survival crafting. So I was like, I'm kind of across the board. But with being across the board meant whenever I met, these little indie studios, I'm trying to find. Yeah, like Duck Paradox. This is a game I got to try out on the expo floor. I know it's not going to focus. It's a shitty camera. I know it's a shitty camera. I need to get a better camera. That's next on the list of upgrades. But Duck Paradox by Midwest Games. Or Midwest Games is the publisher. Either way. I got to check out that game. There's a whole plethora of stuff. Behemoth was there. They have, a list of different games that they have. like entire card, handful of different games. But I got to meet that, and it was just like, it was a weird, I don't want to say it was a weird mix, but there was like a bunch of different like streamers who do indie games. I got to meet, people who only, they'll stream in one shot indie games. There's people who like exclusively play survival crafting games. There was developers who were coming, and like some of them had like a Nintendo Switch or like an iPad or something to be able to show off their game. Others just had, little giveaway stuff. Like Behemoth has this little card that can, as you tip it, it's got the little action. I'd show you guys the other side, but it has a Steam key on it that I have not redeemed yet. That's on me for being lazy. Amanda, if you happen to be watching this, I am planning to redeem this and play the game. I just haven't yet. But I do have the little tag. There was also, this one wasn't at the indie game community meetup, but you'll notice I have a little rubber ducky right here. That would be for Duckside. On Steam, September 25th, which is today. From what I understand, I kind of briefly looked into the game, but it's basically just ducks with guns and they fight each other. So, why not? It's always the fun part, right? Plus, free rubber duck. Why would I not want a free rubber duck? That alone is worth the price of admission. Right there, this alone, all we needed for a great vacation. Yeah, no, the thing that threw me off the most was how often I was running into VTubers who just openly admitted, like, oh, I'm a VTuber. I figured you guys would have been a little more incognito, but, by all means, one of them who I actually think is live right now is Sora. Or if not live right now, was live earlier today. Oh no, is live right now. Let's real quick. I'm curious. It doesn't help that
Look at this cute cat. Look at him.
I was gonna say it doesn't help that
really cute.
They're not here in chat for me to
You
the name.
ready? Look what I can
But
do.
that's actually an indie game right there.
Chase. Okay, I'm done.
Sora I met Saturday. Just was doing an IRL stream, like streaming from a phone, camera on, and just go like I happened to be like nearby, started chatting with them, and it's just, yeah, I'm a VTuber, and I'm like, you just have your camera on right now, but okay, we'll let it go. You do you, boo. I found it very interesting and kind of funny, but I was just surprised at like the number of people who VTube that like don't really care if people know what they look like. I know some VTubers who are super secretive about what they look like, and other VTubers who like, oh, here's my face, here's a selfie, like. And then there's others who like, will kind of show some stuff, others not so much, but whatever. It was just interesting to see. It was a different experience that I wasn't expecting, so. Either way, it was fun. So then, after I did my whole little tour of the downstairs, the expo hall, got to meet a bunch of these people, bunch of these companies. I ended up wandering upstairs. Oh, here's another VTuber that I met. This is Ichigo, who's also currently streaming literally right now. This is a VTuber from Japan who flew to San Diego for Twitchcon. And that kind of baffled my mind. I did not realize that they would be doing that. Either way. I guess, well, I mean, it is a long flight, but compared to going to TwitchCon Europe, which was Rotterdam this year. San Diego would be closer, wouldn't it? They're gonna have to do like a TwitchCon Australia or something. Like I feel so bad for those people. Like the whole like ANZ and you know like Korea, Japan, like there's no close by TwitchCon. Even like Japan and Korea down to like Melbourne, Sydney, Australia, like that's still a distance. It's not getting to the US or getting to like Europe, but that's still a distance. Either way. Is it obvious I have no like direct plan for how this story plays out? I'm just kind of roughing it. But do we want to get to the first of the silly goofies? The little funs. The just a little guy experiences. So I already showed off the San Diego TwitchCon like Gamer Subs Cup and how it's got the San Diego, 2024 on the back. So when I went to get this cup, because I knew they had a limited edition cup from Shawnee, because he always goes out of his way to make sure he gets 1 or 7. I was like, I want to make sure I can get the cup. So I was like, epic. I'm on the expo floor. You can see like the giant like tower that's part of the G Subs like booth, and I'm like, I'm gonna head over there. I'm gonna jump in line. We're gonna get the limited edition cup. It's gonna be a grand old time. So I get into a line that is leading to the G Subs booth, and I was like, this seems like the line that I need to be in order to get the limited edition cup. Limited edition cup, chances are more people trying to get a hold of it, longer line. I'm just going to pick the long line. Surely that's the right line to get into, right? No, I accidentally got in line to meet Cinder, the VTuber. And as I'm standing in line, I eventually realized my mistake. And at that point, I was too close to the front of the line that it would have been awkward. So now I'm sitting there trying to figure out, like, what do I do? Because I'm too much of a chicken to get out of this line. Because I feel like that would be awkward. But at the same time, I don't have, unlimited money to be able to just, like, buy the poster you were selling right there and have it get signed and everything. So, let a cat in. So I was like, what I do have is a t-shirt. And this t-shirt I had been describing as the homie shirt, which I'm intentionally holding backwards right now. That way I can flip it around and then just boom. It's the Mothman Loves You shirt. And the first person to sign the Mothman Loves You shirt, which her name's over here, would be Cinder. I'm going the wrong way again. I am horrible at my lefts and rights. So I was like, well, I guess Cinder's a homie now. I don't know if she's aware of it, but she's a homie now. She signed the homie shirt. Same thing for Juniper. I also jumped into that line mostly because Cinder mentioned you gotta show this to Juniper, and I was like, that's the Moth VTuber. I'm familiar enough with her as well. Again, haven't really watched either of them, but I was like, I have to do it. So I jumped in line, had her sign it as well. And then because the homie shirt's been signed, obviously we had to go and get the rest of the signatures, which is what I did Saturday. But before we get there, you got to learn about the next person to sign the shirt. And the next person to sign the shirt was, again, someone I didn't know prior to going to TwitchCon. So Friday night, there was a Bob Ross paint-along as like one of the little sessions, stuff to do's. So I was like, why not sign up for it? It's a Bob Ross paint-along. Surely this will be entertaining. I was trying to get like some different friends who like, and people I know to sign up and like want to go with me. Turns out it was a hard sell on a Friday night. So I just went on my own because, you don't need friends to have a good time. You can be alone and enjoy yourself. That's what I do 90% of the time anyway. So I go to this, Bob Ross paint along, find my way up to the, appropriate room, go in, the TwitchCon staff, was trying to get people seated and making sure everyone, had a spot. So in their efforts to, I'm trying to, give me a second. Hair was getting in the way. But as I went in and they're trying to get everyone seated to make sure that like we're not leaving like open seats that, someone could be using, they saw me come in. The guy just asked, like, are you alone or like, do you have like other people coming with you? And I was like, oh, I'm just alone. So he like just directs me into one seat and I'm like, whatever, I'll sit here. Not a big deal. Get my GoPro out, strap it to my chest, set everything up to be able to record myself doing this. And I'm like, this will be a good old time. We will have fun doing this, even if I have no friends. And then just kind of, as I was sitting there, we were waiting for the session to start, some of the people around me were talking as well. So I was like, all right, I'll just, kind of join in the conversation. And the girl I was sitting next to and I, like, throughout the rest of that painting session, were dying of laughter at ourselves, like, attempting to paint. Because it was so horrendously bad, but also it didn't look that bad. Like, we would manage to mostly fix whatever we were doing to the point that, like, it didn't look nearly as bad as when we first started. So, I will show you guys what the first one came out looking like. If I can click the right button. Yeah. So, this is the canvas that they were teaching us, like, what to do. So, like, there was an actual, like, certified Bob Ross instructor that did the painting for this one, and we got to watch, like, them do it and copy them on our little canvas. So, like, you got, like, kind of a little double mountain peak here. You got some trees, you got some water, a nice little cloud. And then you look at mine, and, first off, you'll notice the sky is significantly darker. You know why the sky is significantly darker? Because I did not know, when I was being warned, to only use a little bit of paint, how little a little bit is. So I ended up with a super dark sky. But it was like, at that point, I was committed. There's nothing I could do. What do you want me to do? So I was like, all right, well, guess we're doing this now. Stuck with it, did the rest of the painting. Obviously, you can tell, like, it doesn't look that bad. But when you hold it immediately next to the actual, like, certified Bob Ross, like, person and their painting, it's definitely not as good, but, like, it's not that bad. Like, I feel like I did really good with, like, the little reflections right here and kind of up here. I felt like that went really good. You can see by the time I got to the bushes down here, it was all coming apart. The trees, I could not get the shading and the kind of shape and everything quite the same. So it, whatever. The mountain doesn't look too horrendous. The cloud could use a bit of help on learning how to make cloud shapes. But whatever. Honestly, I think it went really well. All things considered. So, while I'm sitting there, laughing my absolute ass off, making jokes about how bad my painting is going. Oh well. We got through it. It was fun. And then I mentioned to the woman who was sitting next to me, I was like, hey, I don't know if you have plans tomorrow morning, but there's another session of another Bob Ross paint-along. Do you have interest in going to the other Bob Ross paint-along? And her first question was, is it the same painting? Because if so, why bother showing up? Like, we already did it. So I was like, I don't know. I assume it's going to be a different one. We can always ask. Like, not that big of a deal to just, figure out. Plus, we could, also ask and verify that it wasn't a big deal if we came back again and did a second session. Like, there was nothing designating the session as like a, you can only attend one of these, per person. So we just asked, hey, like, we know there's another session in the morning. Are we allowed to come back? And if we do come back, are we doing the same painting or is it going to be a different one? We were told, no, it's going to be a different one. And I was like, oh, bet. Absolutely, we need to do this then. So I let her know, and she's like, okay, cool, you know, I'll shoot you like a message on like Instagram or Twitter. I'll message you somewhere. And, you know, we can plan to, you know, meet up before we go in and, you know, just get ourselves like the new painting. So I don't actually have the painting ready to go on my computer, so forgive me while I do this. We are literally just sending myself a picture on Discord. The beauty of Carl's room in my server. It is a channel that no one else can see other than me, and it's where I play around with Carlbot integrations, and I can also send myself stuff if I want to be able to show it on screen. Like this painting. So this is it was a different instructor, but this is the instructor's painting. Then we got mine, and we got the other one out here. So we struggled through our second Bob Ross painting of the weekend, but it didn't turn out that bad. Like, I feel like this one went a lot better for me, all things considered. I feel like it went far better. Like, I don't think either of us did a bad job, you know? Like, obviously it's not this one, but like, I feel this painting went a lot better for myself. Also, the bucket hat was on the whole weekend, so like every single picture you see of me, I likely have the bucket hat on, and I do not apologize. It was a vibe. We had fun. Yeah, no, after I did the second painting, obviously, also, if you're wondering where the actual paintings are, I don't have them yet because they are shipping the paintings to me. They said it could be up to 4 weeks before I get them, but both of the paintings I did, I am going to receive in the mail. It's just because we used oil paint, that takes like a week to dry, and then they have to ship it, and I doubt they're going to be doing like first class, priority, overnight, you know, Amazon Prime style shipping. So I don't know when those are going to show up. One of my thoughts was I could use the paintings as potential prizes for giveaways. Like next year's charity stream, I can auction off one of the paintings, or have it go to like whoever the highest donator is can get the painting. I'm thinking about it. There's no guarantee. I kind of want to keep the waterfall one for myself, but maybe the other one, the one I don't like, is I sell as part of my charity stream. You know, it's just a thought. The thought I had, we're going to let that rattle around in the back of my brain for like close to 12 months, and we'll decide something at another time. But yeah, no, after I did the second like Bob Ross painting, there was a couple sessions I, you know, was thinking about going to. Some of them I went to, some of them I didn't. I didn't really film any of the actual like sessions and like kind of creator camp classes and stuff like that, just because I wasn't the one teaching the material they were teaching, so I felt like if I were to just sit there and record it, that it would kind of diminish the fact that, and then, well, if I were to record it, that's one thing, but if I were to record it and use it in my vlog, I feel like that would diminish the fact that they were the ones teaching it. Like, obviously I can, you know, put names on screens and whatever, but I was like, you know, for the sake of a vlog, I don't think anyone wants to sit through a class. So I wasn't filming any of that, but Saturday was primarily just run into people I know. Find where people are, run into people I know. Just keep meeting new people as well. But that's when the homie shirt was really getting filled out. So eventually, Anomaly Stratic was the one who kind of tipped me off to where most people were meeting up in the Kappa Cabana, which is like the 21 plus area. So that's where I managed to get a bunch of these signatures in. Could you not? Thank you. Yeah, no, a bunch of these signatures all came within like the same probably hour and a half. You can see Anomaly. Oh, other way. You can see Anomalies right there. We got, you know, a bunch of people. We got Marsh, we got Shawnee, we got Hurley. Who else we got? Fat Man in a Chair, Jeff the Girl, Emma Lundy, Croft Cosplays, Laylo, 911 Dis B, which is the lady I was painting with. Dung Dirty, there's Sora, Random Dirt, King McLovin, Mortog's Wrath, Ghost Bear Laura, oh no, oh you know Alex. Sorry, I forgot a letter. Yeah, no, we were just getting all the signatures. We were getting all the homies in here. Kokoro was someone else I met. They were with Sora. Worked on their streams, by the way. Those VODs do definitely exist. You can find me throwing ass at Twitchcon if you know the right person who was streaming it, and then go and hunt down the very specifically correct spot in the VOD. I'm not telling you who. That does exist. I might go and find one and or both of the clips of me twerking in other people's streams, just so I have it. Or maybe I don't. You'll never know. Yeah, no, it was literally just a day of like, catch up with the homies, run into the homies, go see where people were. Happen to catch someone and I'm like, yo, let me run over here, let me run over there. It was just so much fun to just be able to like run around, say hi to people, take pictures with people, take pictures of people, have people sign my shirt. Yep, I'm letting you out. Here you go. Yeah, no, we got it all. We were rocking it, we were killing it. It was so much fun. And then, man, I'm about to make a mess, but bear with me. We're gonna very carefully dump all the cards and stickers and everything, and hopefully not get them all over the floor, so that we can do the art. Because I did get some art. By some art, I mean there was 4 things. One of them I gave away. So if anyone has seen Apothecary Diaries, you would know who this is. I have not seen it, so I do not know. But it was the free art. The ones I actually bought and wanted to buy, we're going to pull this one out. We have a free written from Beyond Journey's End. Very nice, very wholesome, very respectable, fully clothed, not showing shoulders. Toes are out though, because obviously we're still degenerate. But I'll be honest, there was one specific poster I had in mind to get. Is it because I am a degenerate, or just a really big fan of Hatsune Miku? I'll let you be the judge. I'm also intentionally leaving it in the plastic just to make it a little harder for Twitch to figure out that that is what that is. Not that I think I'm gonna get in trouble for showing that, but you know, just in case. You know, we're gonna play it a little sick. Yeah, I did get these 3. There was one other poster I did get. That poster I ended up giving away to a friend, just because I know it would have meant more to them than to me, just because they have much more attachment to the character. Hang on. Looking for it. Now open in browser. Yes, I can. Okay. I'm going to apologize in advance. Hey, welcome in. I was literally just showing off all the Bob Ross paintings. Hang on. I literally, like, the tab is still open. But welcome in. How are you doing today? Are you having fun? Like, we just got to that part of the story. we got both the Bob Ross paintings. Forward me the pics of us. I can send them to you later. I can absolutely do it. Yeah, no, here, let me see if my shout out button is working, and if so, Oh, it is working. It's just a BRB screen, I guess. Working on that. We'll get there. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I was excited that button worked. I haven't used that button in months. But yeah, no, I can absolutely send those to you. Give me 1 second. Hang on. A friend of mine who was not at Twitchcon, but is currently making news headlines and is like having her own little moment in the fame, is now going to get to see this picture. I'm kinda streaming right now. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, no, I was having so much fun. I was about to show off the 4th piece of art that I gave away. So if anyone knows Yu-Gi-Oh! And Dark Magician Girl, there's also this art. But yeah, the art I did buy and keep, I have right here. We got that one. We got the free rent and definitely not the horny poster behind it. Don't worry about that one. You keep like almost falling over. You good, buddy? Okay, well. There was so much good art. I bought too many stickers. I was literally showing off the pile. I could just... This isn't even all of them. I was like flipping through them, and as I was talking about certain people, I was like showing stuff up. But yeah, no, I was having so much fun. Here's Sophology, who just recently sent me a DM on Instagram. But thank you for the follow. Also, is there a name you want me to use? Because 911 dis B doesn't quite roll off the tongue quite right. So if you have a different name you want, you can let me know. DB or Amanda. DB can work if you don't want me to be accidentally handing out names, but whatever. Yeah, no, I was just having so much fun, just like talking about random things and like holding up different cards of like people I met and like different stuff. Also, I'll be honest, I don't know where I got this sticker from. I'm 99% sure I picked it up off the floor of the hotel. But if anyone happens to know who this is, like, I'm not covering a name. Yeah, it's not an actual name. It's the company that printed the stickers. I don't know who this is. I have their sticker. If you happen to know, please let me know. Because I feel bad that I have their sticker, but I'm not able to say anything. Like, I am 99% sure that little name down there is not actually... Because it just says Bofades. Which, I mean, I can see it, like, it's holding nuts. But, like, you know, we got all the art. We got all the fun. Ugh. There was just so much stuff that happened that, like, it's hard for me to, like, mentally think through and tell it in one, like, coherent story. I've just been jumping all over the place. Not to mention the ads playing right now. That's kind of why I'm just kind of killing time while those go. Because I don't really know. I'm trying to be nice. Just dropping in to say you're Decel Zavant. New, welcome in. How are you doing today? How would you like a Bofades Nuts sticker? I don't actually know where I got this from. It was in my pocket. I might have picked it up off the hotel floor just because I happened to see, like, there was a thing on the ground and I was trying to be nice and, like, not leave garbage. And then I realized it was a sticker after the fact. But now I got, look at, hugging some nuts. Just finished Assassin's Creed 2 for the 80th time. My annual Ezio trilogy playthrough has begun. Me and a legend. That was the embarrassing part, which, I mean, a lot of people know that I am notoriously bad at recognizing celebrities. It has never... You don't know who Baby No Money is. New, you know on Shawnee's channel, the Submissive and Breedable Redeem? Who do you think made that song? Also, hello, Wuna. Welcome in. How are you doing today? You missed it. I just had Baby No Money on the screen. Ta-da! How the fuck should I know? How do you not know who Baby No Money is? Like, I can't even sit here and be like, oh, I'm a huge fan, you know. I would never, you know, not recognize a celebrity because I am notoriously bad at recognizing celebrities. I have met Tim Allen twice. Both times, I didn't know it was Tim Allen. He's very handsome. I mean, I know I am, you know. Obviously, the rappers, you know. He's okay, too, I guess. It's the fucking ball slapper. It is. I also know Tim Allen. I have met Tim Allen twice, did not know it was him both times. I have seen Jay Leno, did not know it was Jay Leno until someone told me, hey, that's Jay Leno. I ran into Baby No Money 3 times, was not able to, you know, be consciously aware of the fact that it was Baby No Money and ask for a picture until the 3rd time. The number of times I said hi to Dan Clancy just as, you know, like a passing courtesy because he was like staring right at me. And I just, you know, hey, how's it going? He's 5 feet behind me and I'm like, wait a second. Now it's too weird to turn around. I met Michael Reeves, Lily Pichu, Scara. Like, we all rode in an elevator together. Did I say anything to them when I was in the elevator? No. You know why? I didn't realize it was them until they all got off the elevator, except for Michael. And that's when Lily Pichu, like, you know, finally said something to the point that, like, I could hear it. And I just hear her go, Michael, where are you going? And he's standing there just kind of, like, hands, like, up on his bag or, like, kind of, like, just, like, you know, just hanging out, you know, trying to be small, you know, in an elevator with a handful of people, including people he doesn't know. And all of a sudden, he, like, kind of, like, snaps out of it, looks around and goes, I don't even know. And then just, like, walks off the elevator with them. All these names I don't know. How do you not know Michael Reeves? Hang on. Are we doing this search through Bing? You absolutely know it. New, are you saying you do not recognize this man? He is the Elon Musk of bad ideas. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He's the one who he made like the aggressive Roomba that like swears when it hits stuff. He's done like a bunch of like really like silly like weird inventions and just kind of like dicks around with inventing stuff. But either way. Was on an elevator with him, did not realize it was him until I heard his voice and he walked off the elevator. And at that point, it was too late for me to like jump out of the elevator and try to ask for like a picture or anything. So I just like very casually sent a message to my friends on Discord and was like, I just rode in an elevator with half of OTV. Which the funniest part of that whole interaction was as I was walking into the hotel, Dan Clancy walking out of the hotel. I, you know, instinctively just said, you know, hello to him because we were about to, you know, cross paths. I was trying to be nice. Realized it was Dan Clancy. Turned to the group of people next to me, like on my right, and just went, so is Dan Clancy staying in this hotel? Wasn't really paying attention to like who spoke up. I just heard one of them go, yeah, I guess. Like, I think he is. And I was like, oh, cool. And like walked over to the elevator, like scan my little, you know, hotel room key, hit the up button. Standing there waiting for the elevator, you know, the group that I had just said something to walks over. We all get into the same elevator. We go up. All but one of them get off the elevator. All of a sudden, I hear, you know, Lily Pichu's voice going, Michael, where do you think you're going? And he just goes, I don't even know. And then walks off the elevator with them. And that's when I realized, like, there was like 10 people that are all very well known, the Twitch and like content creation community, that I passed in a span of maybe 2 minutes, and I did not recognize any of them until after the fact. I live up to my name. Like, I used to joke that I could be in an elevator full of celebrities and not know and not like recognize any of them as celebrities. It has actually happened now. So if I ever forget what someone looks like or like don't recognize someone, I'm sorry. But it's nothing personal against you. I'm just an idiot. And a big one at that. But either way, we having our fun. We doing the things. But oof, let me tell you, I was having so much fun just like running around and meeting up with people I actually knew that I kind of wasn't really worried about trying to like run into like big streamers or like be able to meet like very like big streamers. Like, I didn't sign up for a single meet and greet. The only meet and greets I did were like ones where you just had to get in line. Next year I must go. And Wuna, you better. You better. I have already called the hotel. I know exactly what day booking for TwitchCon opens at that hotel so that I can get the same hotel again. I want to run around. I'd ask, what are you waiting for? But you're waiting for TwitchCon at this point. It's 13 months away. Hate to break it to you. You got like 400 days. Little under. I guess you could go run around outside. It's not as fun. You know, San Diego's kind of fun to run around in, but it's all good. I have time to plan. Excellent. I'm still kind of embarrassed. Like, me and Indy made like several attempts to run into each other, and it just never lined up. Like, there were multiple occasions where it was like one of us was like, "Hey, I'm gonna do this. You know, you should come like meet up." And the other one was like, "Oh, I like give me like 20 minutes. I'll be over there." And then like 2 hours go by, and you know, I am so sorry. I totally got distracted, or I wasn't able to get to wherever, or you know. Long story short, every single time we tried to run into each other, it just didn't work out. That's why I'm going to have a balloon tied on me. I don't think that's going to help with how fast you're running. The string's going to kind of... And the balloon's just going to be at the height of everyone else. It's not going to... We're going to have to put you on, like, stilts or something. 3 balloons. You're going to need, like, a disco ball. And a giant siren. And some flashing lights. And even then, we're probably not going to see you. 20, so you're just kind of like floating around. You like only touch the ground every like 10-15 seconds as you just kind of like bounce across the expo. That could work. That could work. I'm just saying. You got 13 months to plan all this. Like, just start dialing in those ideas. One thing I want to do next year, and I'm going to be a lot more like aggressive with like asking people instead of just saying like it's something I want to do, is I want to get a group of people together to go to the K1 speed, like a mile down the road, and do an actual race. Because typically if you go to like that K1 speed, you're not actually racing the people you're like on track with. You're just trying to set the fastest lap time, and whoever gets the fastest lap time is then deemed the winner. But if you sign up as a whole group, they'll let you actually race. So I need to get like a group of like at least 6 people together so that we can do an actual race or multiple races. So expect to be hearing about that. It's going to be open to my community. You don't have to be a content creator. You don't have to be a streamer. I'm just going to open it up to my community. Anyone who wants to. I won't race. No, Wuna, you're going to race. You specifically are going to get forced into it. Just so I won't be the slowest. Either way. I'll be a nice feature. Okay. Do you guys want me to FaceTime a stripper right here and now? I don't drive. Wuna, you don't need a driver's license to drive a go-kart. Okay, so I don't think you were here when I mentioned it earlier. I have a friend who recently made like national news. Are you really? Literally. So I have a friend who made national news because there was something called the Bridgerton Ball. They did it in Detroit this past weekend, and it was such a disaster. Just the planning of it, like everything was so bad. And their like live performance, like entertainment, was hiring a pole dancer. And the reason I know the girl is because I used to work with her in the restaurant. And she primarily does like aerialist acrobatic stuff. But like they hired her specifically to do pole dancing. So, and like told her like what outfit and whatever. So like do I do this? Do we just completely throw a wrench in talking about TwitchCon and forcing you to drive a go-kart so we can get a stripper? Let's go. And now we wait and see if she calls. She sent me a text and was like, is there like, can I FaceTime you right now? Like there's like, I want to talk to you about like what's been going on. Cause like she's been doing like news interviews with like national level like news channel. And it's been like hysterical because like I was busy doing like TwitchCon. I knew like she got like a last minute like looking for, you know, got hired like literally like 3 hours before the event, whatever. And I was like, okay. Turns out it was an absolute disaster. And I've just been kind of watching like everything happening from like her side of the table. Howdy. You want to say hello? You're going to be watched out on stream, but also, can you guys hear her? Can you talk?
Hello.
Okay, Wuna's saying hi. I assume that means they can hear you.
Hey.
All right, fill me in. What's going on here?
Your girl was on a lot of news networks today. I'm really stressed right now because I'm dealing with bullshit from the event still. Not with the, like, whatever the fuck going viral. I'm dealing with the actual event about them finishing our agreement.
Like not paying?
They are paying me different amounts every day and not my full amount yet.
Okay.
And I need my money, and I'm really frustrated. And I keep vouching for them good news, like things on the news. Like I've been saying that I got paid, and I haven't got paid the full amount yet whatsoever. And I don't
honestly, I would just mention that the next time you do like an interview.
I think I'm going to. Well, I already have TMZ and New York Magazine waiting for me to tell them the extra information I have.
Yeah.
Because I texted them back after they sent me another broken amount of a sum. I texted TMZ and New York, and I said, hold on. I said, hi, I may have more key information on the story. I'll let you know in a couple hours.
And you haven't gotten it yet?
I haven't gotten the rest of my money yet, and I'm waiting to hear from these hoes.
I mean, to be fair, it's 9:30 p.m. at this point. I want to keep your hopes up.
Listen, I was dealing with it till 1 a.m. yesterday.
Okay. I didn't know how active these people were being.
It's Detroit. They deal with it.
That's kind of my point. It's Detroit. It either doesn't stop or it stops randomly at like 2 o'clock and you don't hear about it till the next day.
Yeah. And I'm also getting sick. I'm not sure if you can hear the fact that my voice is like almost gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way. Yeah, I this has just been like the most hysterical experience like on my side because like obviously I wasn't there. I'm not someone who paid money to be there. I've just kind of like seen some of the memes as well as like just talking to you and like not your fault.
No, it's not.
But like, it's just so funny to me.
It's funny to me. Besides the fact that I'm missing out on some money.
Yeah. It's just
If I had all my money, I would not be upset right now.
Yeah.
Or stressed. Because, like, I've been vouching for these hoes, and I've been telling these stupid news networks when they ask, have you gotten paid? Yes, I've gotten paid.
I would start
They
saying you
accepted
have
my
gotten
rate.
paid, but not the full amount.
I should have, but I don't want to say that until... Because what if they don't pay me then? The rest of it. If they see her in
Did
the
you
news and I'm
not
talking
sign some
about the
kind of
money.
contract about guaranteed payment? And like what they were gonna pay you?
I fucking let the contract slide. I had a contract written up. I had a fucking deposits and everything ready to go. And I was on the phone with her and she said, hold on, let me call you right back in 5 minutes. She hung up. I didn't hear back from her. So I was like, I'm not doing this shit.
Okay.
Then someone I know very well in Detroit, I've known him for like 3 or 4 years. He was one of my photographers. Marty, he gave me a call. Marty says, hey, these are good people. I made $3,000 from them last month. Like, just come. Like, it's not a big deal. I'll make sure you get taken care of. So I let the deposit slide. I let the contract slide like a fucking dumbass.
Well,
And I'm
sometimes you
trying
have to
get
learn a lesson the hard
everything
way.
in text message right now, so I can have this for my lawyer, because my lawyer is like, you need to at least just get her to say the number in text message right now. And I don't need, all I have is my menu and me asking for the rest of it in text. Everything she's been doing is on the stupid phone with me. Or sending me screenshots of like Eventbrite or Ticketmaster or some shit.
Yeah, I mean, even if they were just sending screenshots, like that would still count as them communicating.
It
with you,
does.
but it should.
But there's no amounts that are directed for me.
Yeah. Still, I mean that
Like,
it would
there's
count
no
as communication.
numbers in the screenshot.
Yeah. You guys
It
don't get to
says
see it.
Uncle Me, LLC, routing number, account number.
Yeah.
None of that's for me.
I don't know, girl. I just think this is like the funniest thing in the world. I assume you're going to get your money. It sounds like there's going to be a whole class action lawsuit, in which
Yeah,
case you
there
can
is.
just jump tail on that if you weren't paid,
Yeah, I know.
like regardless of contract at that point, and just go
But
like whatever
won't
the
that
class
cost me
action settlement
money?
is, it just gets split evenly amongst everyone, which I mean, you might not get the full amount, but if they've already paid you some plus the settlement money, you should be okay.
They owe me 2,
Yeah.
so I have a majority of it, but that's still not a good thing.
Yeah. No, I mean, hey, it's publicity at least.
I mean, yeah, I'm happy about that. Like, all of the places that interviewed me today, they're tagging my Instagrams and YouTube.
Yep. I'm running off to grab your YouTube right now so I can throw it in my Twitch chat just for the sake of it.
Thank you. There will be a vlog on this.
I was gonna say the few people who are in here right now can absolutely go ahead and check you out. So to those who don't know Tank, like I was saying earlier, I used to work in a restaurant with her.
Yes, we go way back.
That was like what, 6-7 years ago at this point.
I was 18 and I'm 23 now.
So 5 years, 6 years, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's been a while. Yeah, no. So we
and
used to work together.
Again.
And then, she ended up quitting. I ended up going back to school, whatever. Years later, we started like chatting again because she started getting into like posting to YouTube and like showing off like some of her like aerial and acrobatic stuff, which you can go ahead and if you go to the YouTube channel, you can check it out. But she started just asking me because she knew I, used to be doing like YouTube stuff. I do like the streaming stuff. So I've kind of been like helping mentor her. And my little mentee apparently is going viral and making national news. So
Hey, I went viral before this.
yeah, no, you did have the one short that picked up like 9-some million views.
9.8.
What's it up to at this point? 9.8? Yeah.
I think 9.8.
Yeah, it's at 9.8. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, no, 14.6 thousand subscribers, most viewed short, 9.8 million views. Like,
We'll be at 14.7 tomorrow.
well, from your end, I can't see exact numbers.
No. I need 2 subscribers. Stream. Subscribe right now. We'll get to 14.7 right now. Do it.
You guys heard her. I'd say please.
Please,
There
with
you
the
go.
cherry on top. Thank you. Except the videos that I've been posting about this event on YouTube are not doing good, which I think is funny because I thought they would go viral, but they didn't.
I mean, news stories tend to stay fairly local. I mean, from kind of.
I mean,
I haven't been
Good
scrolling. I
Morning
haven't been scrolling
Britain.
TikTok specifically too closely, and I know I'm completely out of the the Bridgerton circle. Like, I don't see any Bridgerton related stuff on my own feed, but like, consider I asked my little sister today. I asked my little sister today, and I was like, "Did you hear about this?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, like I've seen like a handful of like TikToks of like people who are like showing the thing." Apparently there was like a stripper, and I was like, "Maeve, I know the stripper. She used to work at like with me at this store." And she was like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." And then one of the other like girls who was working there was like, "Wait, hang on, is this the girl you were talking about like a few weeks ago that you used to work with, and now she's doing like all the like the Cirque du Soleil shit?" And I was like, "Yes, it is that girl."
There's more.
All right, looks like you just got one new sub from Wuna Tuna.
Okay, we need one more.
Yeah, no, just another day, just another dollar.
Yeah, so speaking of that, why did my studio, it usually updates every day at 5. Today it didn't update until...
There's no guarantee what time it updates. I've noticed sometimes the studio for like the monetization tabs, sometimes it doesn't update till like 9 o'clock at night.
Because, yeah, every day so far it's been 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. for me. Today was like, yeah, probably 8.
For me, there was like a week and a half straight where it was like right at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, that's weird.
Do yourself a favor, get out of the habit of trying to check it the second it updates. Just look at it once a day and then don't think about
That's
it.
what I do. Ever since I got it, though, it's been around the same time, so I always check it in the afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, I was stalking it as well for probably the first week or so, and then I was like, okay, I need to stop doing this. Like, that is not healthy. It's just gonna hurt my feelings.
Oh, I haven't been viewing it like that.
I was just having too much fun, like, opening Studio and watching, like, the 48-hour live view scroll by.
I don't even know how to do that.
When you open YouTube Studio and you look at the, like, the
Wait,
analytics
hold on,
tab.
let me do this. Hold on. I'm not even there. Hold on. 1 second. Okay, open YouTube Studio.
Analytics tab.
Analytics.
What device are you currently looking at right now?
An iPad.
iPad. So is the real-time subscribers and view count to the right, or do you have to scroll down for it like you would on mobile?
Says inspiration, overview, content, audience.
Overview.
Your weekly
Overview
recap.
tab. There should be like a real-time, like last 48-hour view count.
Wait, which one? Overview?
Yeah, in the overview tab, there's a section.
Oh, I found real-time view 48 hours.
Yep. I would
So
watch
what are
that
these
number scroll
guys?
by. So that's every hour. All those little bars is per hour, and that's how many views you've been getting over the past 2 days.
Oh, wow.
And then you can see what
In the
videos are
past
getting
hour,
it.
I've gotten 1,000 views on the stupid "The Show Must Go On" video.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Either way.
In 48 hours. Damn. How is that one still getting so many views? It's got 46.3K in 48 hours.
I mean, my most viewed video is a year and a half old at this point, and it's still pulling 300 views in the past 48 hours. And it just keeps trucking along.
So I guess they just continue.
Yeah, it just keeps going. It's just there. It's just earning you money.
I love that for us.
I'm about to hit 84,000 views on this video.
Period.
We're killing it. All right. Either way, keep me up to date on what's going on. I'm going to get back to my TwitchCon stories.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, see ya. If you want to work on editing stuff later this week, let me know.
I will.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
I should be editing, I think tomorrow if you want to get together.
I am at work till 5.
Alright, well, I work at 5:30.
I had a feeling. I am off. I'm off Friday. If you want to get together then?
I might be able to, but I need to get Bridgerton out soon.
Yeah, I know.
So, if I can wait till Friday, I'll do that. But I'm trying to get it up tomorrow, so I might have to edit tomorrow.
Okay. Either way,
Alright.
I know you have other stuff to edit as well.
Huh?
I said I know you'll have other stuff to edit as well, but.
That is true. I do.
All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye. But yeah. Well, welcome to the fun of my life, the dad lore. It just keeps going. But yeah, apparently that's what was going on here in Detroit while I was out of town in San Diego. But yeah, no, that story is getting picked up by like national level news. Like if you were listening, TMZ like message her. What were some of the other in a text she mentioned? I did New York Magazine, Yahoo, TMZ, and Good Morning Britain today. That's crazy. Yeah, like, obviously, she was not the one behind planning this event. She just got contacted like a few hours before the event was going to start and was like, hey, we need someone to perform at this event. Like, can you do it? And she said yes. Showed up and did it, and I was just like, look, you were just doing like, this is like quite literally the perfect case of, look, man, I just work here. Like, just showed up, did what was paid for, and left, despite it being a complete shit show. Yeah, like, it's so funny. Also, we got ads starting any second now, so those who are not subscribed, I am terribly sorry. You're about to have to go through those ads. While the ads play, I'm gonna try and find one of the like YouTube like news stories that are really short that I can show you guys. Just because I know I watched a few, but either way, I'm gonna go to a BRB screen just so I can blankly stare at my computer for a few seconds while this ad plays. I'll find the video. I'll show you guys the news story, and it'll be a good old time. All right, see you soon. All right, welcome back. Ad should be ending. Are we all back? Are we ready for this nightmare? I know I'm gonna kind of be on screen, but that's just what we do around here. I forgot it's
left
muted.
upset. Okay, fans of the hit show Bridgerton were left upset after they say organizers dropped the ball on a themed party in Detroit, with many telling us the experience was not what they paid for. Earlier this month, we raised the voices of people who bought tickets to the event, and then they were upset after organizers changed the day and venue on the morning of the party. Now, 7 News Detroit reporter Whitney Burney is talking to disappointed attendees who say they're now out hundreds of dollars and have no Regal experience to show for it.
Standing in the rain, dressed to the nines.
Honestly, I just want my money back.
I think the funniest thing is, like, you see like all these people like nicely dressed up as if this is going to be a real event, and then when you see the inside, it's so funny to
Super
me.
fans say they didn't get
Like,
what
if
they
I
thought
paid,
they were
I'd be
paying
pissed.
for at the Detroit Bridgerton Ball.
The way that it was described is that this was going to be a Bridgerton evening. We were going to have classical music, good dinner, and there was going to be a play, and they were going to pick Diamond of the Season. They were going to give away all of these prizes, and we went in, and it's completely empty in there.
Expecting to be transported into the regal world reminiscent of the hit Netflix show, fans say they were instead in a room with little decor, served undercooked food, and given an exotic dancer as their entertainment.
It was complete chaos today.
So they don't actually show like Tank in the news story, but I gave the link on her channel. You can go check out what she does. Trust me, it's actually really impressive, but it was just so funny.
They never even scanned our tickets. Then there were random people that we paid to eat dinner, and they had random people all throughout the venue.
The frustration still sitting with Bridgerton fans today who sent us email after email after email.
It was really disappointing. And also, I think we were all really angry about it because we had built up these expectations and the tickets were not cheap.
Cameron Morey says after the event had to be rescheduled from its original date last month, she and her friends were excited to get dressed up Sunday night.
I definitely think that the people in this company were just in it to make money and try to maybe copycat off a successful event, but they had absolutely either no idea what they were doing or they just didn't care and had no problem just taking people's money.
The company behind the event, Uncle and Me LLC, has since disabled comments on their
Also, look how like professional the little like website looks to sign up for this.
social media. I showed up to the venue to see if anyone might be there cleaning up, but no luck. We also went to an address listed for one of the business's co-owners. This is Whitney Burney calling from Channel 7 here in Detroit, and placed multiple calls, leaving voicemails and text messages, but no response. Bridgerton fans say the event company needs to do the right thing.
I think we should absolutely get refunds, and honestly, I want to see this company never doing business again.
We do want to make it clear that the owners here at the Historic Harmony Club are in no way affiliated with the event planner. They say they do provide some back-of-house services, but the event itself is on the promoters that rent out the venue. Reporting here in Detroit, Whitney Burney, 7 News Detroit.
It is amazing how people went all out for that party, costumes and all.
All right, you guys want me to grab the other video? Hang on. It's this one that you can actually
The
see
outcry
inside.
from people who accuse a company of dropping the
But it's
ball
so
for a
funny to me.
Bridgerton-themed event
This
in
is
Detroit
just
is getting louder
beautiful.
tonight. We first told you about the complaints last night at 6. Fans of the Netflix series paid a lot of money for a party they say fell far short of expectations. Hundreds of people have now joined the chorus of criticism on Facebook. Tonight, 7 News Detroit reporter Whitney Burney is back on the case.
Wait, no, hang on. This right here is my favorite comment. Basically, Firefest Bridgerton edition.
On Facebook. Tonight, 7 News Detroit reporter Whitney Burney is back on the case. She's hearing from a performer at the ball, others who say this has happened before, and tells us
There she is.
how the
That's who was on
company is finally
FaceTime.
responding.
There's Tank.
It's been 2 days since the Detroit Bridgerton Ball took place here at the Historic Harmony Club, and people who are excited to be here, super fans of the show, say there are still so many unanswered questions, and at this point, they just want their money back. For Pedro Soto and his newlywed bride,
she was really excited. She went by all this stuff for her outfit.
Sunday night at the Detroit
I feel so
Bridgerton Ball
bad
was
for
meant
some
to
of
be a
these people,
celebration after eloping
but at the
the
same
day
time, like,
before.
this is
Instead,
hysterical
the
for
couple
me.
and hundreds of other super fans of the Netflix hit show disappointed.
We had to reuse cups, not enough plates, The backdrops were just paper.
The event since going viral on social media after event planners at Uncle and Me LLC promised attendees who spent hundreds of dollars
look at
on
this.
tickets things like valet parking, horse and carriage rides, a play, ballroom dance lessons, and more.
They're just
This is
plain
truly
white
a horror
walls.
story, and I'm just completely like awestruck seeing everything that actually happened.
Professional circus performer Tink has also been the subject of many videos online. She wants people to know that she was hired to pole dance just 3 hours before the event was set to start. She says she also offered
That's
hair
what she
suspension,
does.
aerial sling, and lyra hoop performance options, but the company selected pole dance, even choosing her costume.
I just feel very bad for all the patrons who showed up to the event, just because my goal as a performer is, you know, to bring happiness and cheer to everyone.
And tonight we're learning some Metro Detroiters had a similar experience at a Bridgerton-themed tea party at the Taylor Conservatory and Botanical Gardens, put on by the same company back in June.
It's a tea party. There's no tea at all. Running out of mimosas, running out of serving glasses.
Tamla Everett says she paid $80 a ticket to take her mom.
I feel like something needs to be done. This company is making a lot of money off of regular, hardworking people.
After trying to contact them multiple times yesterday for an interview, Uncle and Me sent the following statement this afternoon, saying in part, "We understand that not everyone had the experience they hoped for at our most recent event Sunday night at the Harmony Club, and for that we sincerely apologize." They go on to say they are working diligently to address all concerns and reviewing compensation options to make things right.
That is the most lawyer statement I have ever heard. Like that is very much like a lawyer put together. Like, here's a statement, give it to the news, cover your own ass. No sympathy for this
have been
this
trying to
company.
get for days.
Just treat all of us fairly, you know, and if there's something a hiccup that happens, take accountability and learn from it. Because we work hard for our money, especially in this economy, and we deserve to get exactly what we are paying for.
In Paradise Valley, Whitney Burney, 7 News Detroit.
All right, thank you so much, Whitney. Now, we reached out to the Better Business Bureau to find out how you can protect yourself before
All right, you guys don't need the rest of that. It's just talking about making sure that you look up like reviews of companies that are hosting stuff, and actually check the credibility of these companies and stuff. So, but still, that was so funny. Also, I just want to point out, there's the video. There she is. Boom. There was briefly a discussion of having her like stop by like my place during the charity event that I did and have her like hanging out with me on stream. It ended up not working out. And yeah, well, turns out she managed to get her own publicity without, directly piggybacking off my stream, which I know that's not what she, was specifically trying to do. It was just kind of, something fun to help fill time. And, we don't hang out super often because our schedules like never line up. Kind of like you guys were watching happen with me asking when she was free to work on editing stuff together. But yeah, the whole thing is just such a mess. But at the same time, it's so funny. Purely because I'm not a part of it. I'm just watching as a bystander. Like, I don't know, man. Whatever. We did our best. But yeah, either way, there's not a whole lot left to talk about with TwitchCon. Especially because, like I said, the last day of TwitchCon, I was hanging out with a friend that doesn't want to be shown on camera. I have intentionally held up the shirt in a way that you would not be able to see the signature. But we got the homie shirt. We'll have to get a new homie shirt for the next TwitchCon event, and we'll have to get everyone's name on it. Unless I just commit to using only this shirt, but like, where's the fun in not being able to sign another shirt? And for those who don't know, the Mothman Loves You shirt was a shirt from TKO. So there might have to be another Jackbox party night sometime between now and next year's TwitchCon so I can get a new shirt. Yippee. either way. I'll be honest, I was not ready for work this morning. The jet lag is mostly fixed because I didn't let it get too bad to begin with, but either way, the real question, who do we feel like raiding? I got a lot of new homies in here. Obviously, we're gonna have to pick someone who was at TwitchCon. I'm trying to see who all's doing what. Let me turn off your guys' audio so I can start poking into some of these streams rather than just looking at what games they're playing. I think this person's ending, which is fine. Let's pop over here. Someone about to solo queue Valorant. Obviously, we're going to have to raid in and show our support. All right. I'm going to get this fired up. To everyone who has hung out and listened to me just tell stories vaguely related to TwitchCon, get the Bridgerton ball stripper in on a FaceTime and just hang out. It was a chaotic kind of first stream back, but also a very chill one, and honestly, I don't mind it. Like I said, we're going to be getting together the TwitchCon vlog that will go live. If you want to be able to see that vlog, you are going to have to be in my Discord. So if you do !Discord in chat, which I can do right now, right there, just in case you don't feel like chatting, but you do feel like clicking the link, you can go ahead and do so right there. The vlog is going to be open to anyone in the Discord, and this is for sure going to be the last private video that is free for everyone. After this next vlog, I think maybe only TwitchCon vlogs will be open to whoever wants to watch them. And all the other vlogs, travel vlogs, hangout, just kind of miscellaneous videos I make are going to be private to Twitch subscribers and YouTube community members. I just need to start that. So this video is going to be free for anyone in the Discord. You can feel free to jump in right now. I'm going to be tweeting about it in the future, giving links out, just to make sure. And then, other than that, I think it's just about time we get this ready. So, I'm gonna set up this raid. We are gonna go see the King Gummies. I don't see why it's a bad idea, especially because it's someone I met this past weekend. And we'll stop in to some of these other fun streamers who are currently live another time. I also gotta go and just say hello to a bunch of people, but what's the best way to say hello other than to start a raid? So we're gonna go over to the King Gummies, if those who do not know them, because to be honest, I don't know them that well either. But we're gonna head on over. So, if you are not following me on any of my socials and you would like to, you can go ahead and click one or any of those links that you feel like. I would personally recommend the YouTube channel. That is where the most posting happens. The TikTok is kind of out of date at this point. But regardless, you can feel free to follow me on any of the social medias you so choose. I've already dropped the link to Discord once, but seeing that it is the most important link, I'm going to drop it again. That is where you get all of my news, all of my updates, all of my unlisted YouTube videos. They're all in there. You can also get a hold of me really easily, talk to me outside of streams. That's going to be the #1 way to get a hold of me. If you want to support me on this raid and you are not subscribed, you can go ahead and copy that raid message right there. And if you are subscribed, you can go ahead and grab that raid message right there, which includes my own emotes. I will copy and paste it for you just so you can see exactly what it looks like, because I am too poor to gift a sub to Stream Elements, but it's right there. Anyone who wants to support me on this raid, I highly, highly recommend you do. And I will see you guys next time.